Okay, in this example, we're going to be simplifying the expression 4 over the difference of 3 minus radical 5. Now to do this, the point of simplifying division for radical is just to get rid of the radical in the bottom of the fraction, which is called rationalizing the denominator. To do this, it depends on how many terms you have and what the indexes are. Since it's just square root, and we have two terms, we are going to multiply by the conjugate. If there's only one term, you can just multiply by the radical, but if there's two terms, we have to use the conjugate. This way, we will get rid of the radical. So I'm going to multiply by 3 plus radical 5, which is the conjugate of 3 minus radical 5. And I'm going to do that on top and bottom, which essentially means I'm multiplying by 1, so I'm not changing the value of the expression, I'm just going to be changing what it looks like. On the top, I'll distribute through. Since there's two terms, we're going to have 12 plus 4 times radical 5 is 4 radical 5. And on the bottom, when you multiply here, because they are conjugates, you don't have to do the full distribution like you might normally do. Since they are conjugates, all we have to worry about multiplying is the first times first. So 3 times 3 is 9, and then the last times last. The middle two terms will cancel out. So negative radical 5 times positive radical 5 is negative radical 25. And this should be a perfect square. If it is not a perfect square, you probably made a mistake somewhere. 25 is a perfect square, so we're good. No mistakes so far. Square root of 25 is 5. So on the bottom, we really have 9 minus 5. 9 minus 5 is 4. I did not actually click the marker. There we go. So 12 plus 4 radical 5 on top over 4. You do want to check to see if you can simplify the radical on top, but in this particular case, I knew radical 5 does not simplify, so I didn't really even check it earlier. There's one more thing we should double check. Can we simplify this fraction? So in order to do that, we would want to look at what goes into all three of these numbers. There is something that goes into all three of them, and that is 4. So we'll divide them all by 4 as a way of reducing the fraction. We can also factor the 4 out on top and cancel out. But if I divide by 4, we're going to have 3 plus 1 radical 5. And divide the bottom 4 by 4 as well, giving us 1. Or more commonly written as 3 plus radical 5. Sometimes you can reduce, sometimes you can't, but make sure to check. And that's it.